Thalion Morgenstern is an enigmatic figure, his physical stature and aura hinting at a story steeped in the tapestry of struggle and survival. Standing well over 6 feet, he carries the lean muscularity typical of an elf, his physique hinting at a life dedicated to the mastery of combat arts. His fair skin bears the pale touch of his Dhampir lineage, the color seeming almost spectral against his ebony armor. Yet it is his eyes, a vibrant, haunting azure, which hold a depth of experiences beyond his years. His raven-black hair, often swept back, reaches to his nape, occasionally left untamed to whip against the winds of the gravelands. Across his visage runs a scar, a harsh line from his forehead to his cheek, a constant reminder of the betrayal he faced. Yet it does nothing to mar his harsh, almost ethereal beauty, instead adding an air of gravitas to his appearance. A tangible air of determination and resilience clings to Thalion. The spectral sword that materializes at his will is not merely a weapon, but a reflection of his steadfast spirit. The weapon is a beacon of his defiance, a symbol of the loyalty he bears to the city of Morgenglow, even in his exile. It also speaks volumes of his mental prowess and capacity for focus and concentration, required to summon such a manifestation. Thalion's garb is a testament to his past as an ebony guard, and his present as an exiled wanderer. His armor, although stripped of its original emblems, still bears the black sheen of his former position. It fits him snugly, protecting his lithe form, while allowing for the agility and quickness of his elven blood. Accompanied by his armor, he often wears a flowing cape, its fabric whipped into a frenzy by the harsh winds of the gravelands. Despite his daunting exterior, Thalion carries an aura of stoic calm and quiet determination. He is no longer the dutiful guard, he is a harbinger of truth, set on a path to uncover the deceptions of the city he once swore to protect. Behind his fierce gaze lies the sadness of a man betrayed, the wrath of a warrior scorned, and the unyielding resolve of a truth-seeker. He is a testament to resilience in the face of deceit, a symbol of defiance against the insidious machinations of power, and a beacon of truth in a city shrouded in illusions. Backstory. Thalion Morgenstern, once a respected lieutenant of the Ebony Guard, bore a unique gift, or perhaps a curse. From the ethereal realm of thought, he could give form to a corporal weapon. This mind weapon was a manifestation of his psyche, the physical embodiment of his mental prowess. To some, he was a marvel, an enigma within the towering walls of Dawnspire Castle. Yet his gift, as much as it was a symbol of honor, also bred distrust and fear among his comrades. The fear swelled within the ranks, particularly within the captain of the Ebony Guard, a man threatened by his burgeoning influence. In a plot steeped in treachery, Thalion was sent on a deceptive mission under the guise of investigating a rumored intrusion at the border of Morgenglow territory. Yet, it was a ruse, a ploy for assassination, with him as the unwitting mark. As Thalion found himself at the precipice of treachery, in that moment of imminent danger, the air around him shimmered, and his weapon, a majestic corporal greatsword, materialized in his grip, its mere presence defying the impending doom. His sword manifesting his defiance and readiness to confront his adversaries. He presented them with a choice: abandon their misguided course and live, or dare to challenge him and face a likely demise. Bound by a false sense of loyalty and fear of their captain, they chose the latter. Although he was taken aback by their betrayal, his resolve did not waver. He held his own against them, his corporal weapon cleaving the air with a force that mirrored his indomitable spirit. Despite his strength, he found himself vastly outnumbered and knew he had to escape. Thalion began to strategically guide the fight, moving it towards the inhospitable expanse of the Gravelands. His former comrades failed to recognize his plan, following him further into the dangerous terrain they had once patrolled together. As they fought, he weaved through the sharp, rocky formations, using his intimate knowledge of the landscape. He guided them into narrow passes, used rocky outcrops for cover, and forced them into the jagged pitfalls that riddled the area. Finally, in a place where the land was particularly treacherous, he made his move. As one of his attackers lunged, he sidestepped, causing the overzealous guard to stumble over the edge of a hidden cliff. Seeing their comrade's downfall, the rest hesitated, their formation breaking. Seizing the opportunity, Thalion broke away from the fight, sprinting through the landscape that he knew like the back of his hand. The chaos of the Gravelands swallowed him, and despite their best efforts, the remaining guards couldn't track him. Thus he found himself an exile within the Gravelands, the barren territory outside of Morgenglow. The city became a haunting silhouette against the distant horizon, its illusion of peace and safety now revealed as a vile masquerade. Stripped of his comrades and his rank, he was plunged into a world hidden beneath the veneer of the city he had once loved. The Gravelands, harsh and unforgiving, offered no comfort, yet it provided him the clarity to see Morgenglow for what it had become. He was now a wanderer, driven by a burning determination to unmask the treachery of his city and expose the corruption within the heart of Queen Evelyn Noir's reign. His survival was no longer just about him, his personal honor, or the betrayal he had suffered. Instead, it had grown into something far more profound. It was about Morgenglow, the city he loved and swore to protect, nestled in the heart of the austere Gravelands. It was about the people living under a deception they were not aware of. Thalion knew he couldn't ignore the insidious shadows he'd witnessed creeping into the corners of Morgenglow. The troubling events leading to his betrayal hadn't occurred in isolation. He saw them as part of a larger, unsettling pattern. The city he loved was caught in a web of deceit, its citizens unknowingly entrapped. He felt a profound responsibility to bring the veiled truth to light, no matter the personal cost. Haunted by the image of his former comrades, men he had once considered brothers, turning against him due to a blind allegiance, he made a solemn vow. He would uncover the puppet master pulling at the city's strings. He would reveal the hidden enemies of Morgenglow and free his people from the invisible shackles binding them. His escape was merely the beginning. Despite his newfound solitude in the Gravelands, he did not succumb to despair. Instead, he embraced his circumstances, adapting to the harsh conditions of the land. In his solitude, Thalion learned the language of the wind, deciphered the whispers of the trees, and found companionship in the stoic mountains. He came to understand that the Gravelands were not just an inhospitable terrain. They reflected life's trials, a testament to survival against all odds. His bond with the Gravelands would prove invaluable when he, on one of his solitary walks, spotted in the distant, flickering glow of a campfire. Intrigued and wary, he approached. The sight that met him was one of impending doom. A small band of travelers, naive to the dangers of the Gravelands, was on the verge of being overwhelmed by a horde of undead. The looming threat was clear, a grotesque dance of shadows, slinking closer to the terrified travelers with every passing moment. A sense of purpose ignited within him. Without a moment's hesitation, he drew upon his unique gift, and his spectral blade sprung to life in his grip. The blade, an ethereal echo of the man himself, cut a radiant figure in the darkness, casting an otherworldly glow that seemed to defy the dread-filled landscape. He charged forward, his spectral blade slashing through the gruesome figures of the undead, each calculated swing a testament to his years of training in combat. His actions were not driven by a desire for glory, nor a longing for redemption. He fought because it was right, because in the face of evil, he saw no other choice. The travelers watched in stunned silence as their would-be doom fell before the spectral sword of a stranger. Yet as swiftly as Thalion had appeared, he vanished back into the darkness, leaving the travelers unharmed, their trembling gazes fixed on the spot where their savior had stood. News of this selfless act of bravery traveled far, carried by the very travelers he had saved. Tales of a spectral swordsman defending the innocent against the horrors of the Gravelands spread, instilling a glimmer of hope amidst the dread-filled whispers about the Gravelands. Thalion, however, sought no recognition, no laurels for his heroic deeds. He simply returned to his solitary existence, his spectral blade ever ready to defend the innocent, his spirit unbroken, his resolve unyielding. His fight was far from over, but he was ready. Stalwart, resolute, and propelled by a deep sense of righteousness, Thalion Morgenstern is an emblem of courage and a binding force between survival and honor. If you're drawn to a character that embodies unwavering determination and the spirit of defiance, here is why Thalion should be your beacon in your next journey. Impenetrable resolve. his indomitable spirit is unparalleled. As a former guard, his bravery and unyielding dedication to justice can quell the mightiest of foes and inspire the meek. You will be embodying a character that stands firm in the face of adversity, forges ahead against all odds, and ignites courage within those around him. Beacon of Justice. With Thalion's relentless pursuit of truth and justice, you stand as a beacon of righteousness in your journey. You are not just an outcast. You are the embodiment of determination that can unite allies, expose corruption, and protect your city through your unwavering will. Challenging status quo. His story serves as a testament that strength isn't just physical, but also moral. Your narrative can challenge stereotypes, showing that strength and honor can coexist with vulnerability and isolation. Playing as Thalion provides you an opportunity to explore these intricate themes, infusing depth and complexity into your character. Unyielding Defender. Wielding his spectral blade amidst turmoil is an exhilarating experience. As enemies retreat in the face of your undaunted spirit, you understand what it truly means to let your courage dictate your destiny and defend those unable to protect themselves. His sword will be your beacon of hope, capable of confronting the most ominous threats. Choosing Thalion as your hero is to heed the call of justice. It signifies a commitment to a life of courage, truth, and unwavering determination. If you're ready to wield the power born from honor and resilience, to safeguard those you value, and to forge a path illuminated by your courage and tenacity, then Thalion Morgenstern awaits your command. Lift your spectral blade, let your spirit resonate across the gravelands, and inscribe your story into the annals of time.